We want to take a little tour around your Blackboard site. So the first thing I want to draw your attention to is over here where it says My Announcements. I do want you to check on that. I'd say every couple of days at the least, because this is very important. I do post announcements here to communicate with you. If I'm going to communicate with the entire class, frequently I will just post it as an announcement. Now, new announcements would appear at the top while the older ones get moved down lower and lower. So you want to familiarize yourself with where the announcements are. They're in the home page under My Announcements, and you just click on My Announcements. The next thing I want you to look for is the syllabus and general information. Just move your cursor over to this area, click on that, and you'll see the syllabus draft opens up. Then you clicked on that, and you'll notice that the document itself doesn't open because it's attached as a Word document. So you want to come down here where it says open and go ahead and open that, and you'll find your syllabus. Do print this off. Take the time to read through it when you get a chance. The next thing I want you to be aware of is this area right here that says weekly units. All of your assignments and all of our work, all of our reading, everything that we do is divided up by week. You would go into week number 1 and click on that, and notice I have the dates here for you so you can never get lost. It goes from week 1 all the way to week 16 and then down to the final exam, which would be at the end of the semester, of course. But first you'll go into week 1. That's where we're starting this semester. And you'll see lesson plan. Everything that's going to go on that week is detailed for you. And then the complete instructions will appear beneath that in the same order that they're previewed right here. All of your assignments are due the Friday of that specific week by 10 p.m. You can't go back if you don't get all of your assignments done for week 1, and here we are in week 2. You cannot go back and do them. You can, however, work ahead if you want to. So be aware and be comfortable with looking into the different weekly units. If you want to look ahead to week 4 and do some of that work, you can do that, but first you have to do weeks 1, 2, and 3. It must go in chronological order if you want to work ahead. Again, you cannot go back. So once Friday of week 1 is over, you can no longer do the work that was assigned for week 1, and so forth throughout the semester. The next thing we need to look at is the discussion board. When you upload your speeches, this is where they will be uploaded to. So if I refer to the discussion board, as I will throughout the semester, you'll know what that's talking about. This is the discussion board. And to open up any specific discussion, you would just click on the blue area here, and it would open, and you will get a prompt that says that you can reply. And if you want to reply, or if you're instructed to reply, you would click reply and then enter your reply to that discussion. So we've so far looked at the home page where the announcements are housed. We've looked at the syllabus and general information. I showed you how to open those. And then we looked at the weekly units. You know that each week is divided up and with all of its assignments in that weekly unit. Then we looked at the discussion board where you will upload your speeches and we will have conversations with the entire class. The next and final thing I'd like for you to look at is down here in your Grade Center. I clicked on Grade Center. I click on Full Grade Center, and this is where your grades are located. Your name would appear over here, and then you will see columns. For each assignment there is a column, and once the assignment is finished, your grade would be entered. If the time passes and you didn't get your assignment done on time, then it would be entered as a 0. And these assignment columns will grow throughout the semester. There will be a full semester's worth of those columns. Now this total column right here with the check mark in it, I have it towards the front of the gradebook, and I not only have the points that you have earned up to that point in time, I will also have a percentage so you can see exactly where you're at. Do watch your grade book and make sure that the assignments that you have submitted are showing up. If something doesn't show up, you need to resend it, double check, figure out what the heck is going on, because we don't want to get several weeks into the semester and realize that you've been sending them to the wrong email address or not attaching them correctly. Do check within a few days of sending an assignment to make sure that it has been graded and received. So that's our little brief tour of your Blackboard site. The last thing we looked at was the full grade center, where your points are added up and you can check on your grade at any point in time. Then before that, we looked at the discussion board, where you will upload your speeches and we will have general conversations with the entire class. We looked at the weekly units, where your assignments will all be housed, broken down according to the week. We looked at where you find your syllabus and general information. I do urge you to print those off and read them when you get a chance. You want to understand what is required of you in this course and the various policies of the university as well as the course. We went to the home page, and we'll go back there now to start off the site. This is where we began and this is where we will end. And I started off by showing you the announcements. So now you have a little overview of what your Blackboard site looks like. You want to familiarize yourself with this site. Obviously, since this is an online class, the majority of your work will be done right here at this site, with the exceptions of you recording your own speeches in another setting. But now you know your Blackboard site. If you take the time, just look around and get familiar with it before it's time to do any future work. Go ahead and zoom around here and figure it out.